there is great expectation. Someone told me today, I don't know if I didn't talk to you today, did I? So it was somebody told me today that Joel Osteen, Pastor Osteen, Lakewood Church, was talking about the 400 years. He talked about 430, but the person said, I knew he was talking about 400. That's getting ready to happen to a people. And that the blessing is here to overtake. I said, what would you do? She said, I was screaming. For him to be talking about it, and we the real people, I started looking at him, I'm like, your hair really curly, so it might be something that you know, we don't know. Amen? But the 400 years is up, and I don't know who was it that said a few minutes ago, we have to have expectation. And so expectation fuels faith. It causes us to awaken on the inside, looking forward to something. Amen? And if you have your apocrypha, I want to just go over page 301, and then we're going to jump to Genesis 15, because somebody said expectation. Say all things. All things has been given to me. He has given us all things. All things. Look at your neighbor and say all things. All things. Look at your other neighbor and say neighbor. Neighbor. Nothing is missing. Nothing is missing in all things. In all things. He has given us all things. So in this hour, we have to have an expectation. Expectation fuels faith. So it increases faith. It increases faith. It brings forth trust. Expectation in this particular sense is supernatural. It's a force that is not part of the normal realm, the natural. So expectation is supernatural when we mix it also with, let's say, the word. And that word can be spoken, written, prophesied to. It should quicken us on the inside. So expectation increases our faith. It brings forth trust. It yields confidence. It causes you to focus. In other words, your focus is not broken. That you're able, what you're expecting, you're able to see it, and you will not lose the mark. Come on, point your hands in front. And look at a mark. What they did when those of us who had babies and we went through the labor process, they would give us a focal point to look at. It could be a picture. And they say, just focus on the picture, focus on something in the picture. And as you go through the process, and sometimes it's painful, but you begin to look at that picture, and all of a sudden you want to count everything in the picture. You want to count the colors in the pictures. You want to count the birds, and some birds in the picture. But it eases the pain. Because if we begin to focus on the promise that is manifesting, that He has given us all things, and the 400 years is up, we have to have an expectation. The expectation. So look at page 301 in the Apocrypha, and it's something that, right in there, you got Acts 7. This is in, what is that, Jubilees? Then you have Genesis. Genesis 15. There is something that is common in that where he tells us something is going to happen with the 400 years being up. Say expectation. So we're looking at chapter 14 in the book of Jubilees. Let's go to verse 13. Chapter 14 in the Apocrypha, page 301. It says something in chapter 14, verse 13. Say, I'm expecting.
I'm expecting.
Oh, yeah. You know, the Holy One of Israel told me today, he said, look, don't drown in the shallow water. Stand up. We have to stand up because everything is already in us. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, it's already in me. He's in me. And because he's in me, I can do all things. It says something in verse 13. Is that verse 13?
Yes.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
And it came to pass when the sun had set that an ecstasy fell upon Abram, and lo, and horror of great darkness fell upon him. And it was said unto Abram, know of surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. Now, mind you, they were in Africa. They were very familiar with that land. But in a land that is not theirs. Not theirs. And you know, we were scattered. And part of the land that was not theirs is the United States. And they shall bring them into what? Bondage. And afflict them for how many years? 400. Now, one of the things that happened is President Trump also, through House HR, I think is 1242, where it acknowledged the slaves arriving here 400 years ago. That was a biblical prophecy that went across the world, acknowledging, highlighting, putting the floodlights on us. 1619, 2019, that's 400 years of affliction as a people. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, something great is happening. And the nation also to whom they will be in bondage will I judge. He's going to judge the nation. But check this out. And after that, they shall come forth with what?
Much substance.
I don't hear you.
Much substance.
You need to say it again.
Much substance.
Much substance. Much substance. Much. A lot. In the supernatural. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor.
Neighbor.
Say neighbor.
Neighbor.
Apostle Rose, say neighbor.
Neighbor.
You can never say neighbor. 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 Much substance.
Much substance.
No lack.
No lack.
Sufficiency of all things.
Sufficiency of all things.
How many times have I used all things so far? All things. Say all things.
All things.
Go to Acts. No, go to Genesis. Say substance.
Substance.
Is my portion.
Is my portion.
An abundance
Abundance.
is my portion.
Is my portion.
Said the appointed time
The appointed time
has surely come.
has surely come.
That's why the Most High said, do not be focused on the wrong thing. The enemy will make you think that you're drowning, but actually, she said actually you're in shallow water. But actually, he has done something so great. And when you look, you're going to say, oh, that was just a small thing. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor.
Neighbor.
Say sister.
Sister.
If you got a brother around, say brother. Say listen.
Listen.
It was
It was
a light affliction.
a light affliction.
Because where we're getting ready to go is an exceeding weight of glory. An exceeding weight. Just real quick. Genesis 15, you there?
Yes,
I'm not there yet.
Say expectation.
Expectation.
He tells us to be watchful in all things. All things. Be watchful.
Yes.
We endured affliction. We have done the work of the evangelist, and we have fulfilled our ministry. So therefore, there is an expectation that is in us right now of recompense.
Yes. Yes.
That he has come forth in this time. Biblical prophecy being fulfilled, and we're a part of it. Say all things.
All things.
And because we overcame, we're going to inherit. Come on, y'all can finish it for me. All things.
All
We're going to inherit what?
All things.
All things. Revelation 21:7. Genesis 15. Then he said to Abram, know certainly that your descendants will be strangers in a land that is not theirs, and you will serve them, and they will afflict them 400 years. And also the nation whom they serve I will judge afterwards, and they will come out with what? Huh?
Great possessions.
Great what?
Possessions.
Great possessions.
Yes. That's verse 1.
Great possession. Say great.
Great
Possession.
possessions.
Raise your hand. Say, I am
I
possessing
possessing
my possession
my possession
in all things.
in all things.
Raise your hands. Say, in all things,
In all things.
I am possessing
Possessing
my possession.
my possessions.
In all things.
In all things.
He has given us all things richly
Yes, to enjoy.
to enjoy. Say all things.
All things.
I remember some years ago when I realized there was a whole bunch of all things in the Word. I said, I need to find out about this all things. And it fascinated me so much that I realized I'm not depleted of nothing. That he has given me all things pertaining
To life and godliness.
to life and godliness. And I remember the first time I used that, I said, you've given me all things pertaining to life. I said, my light bill, I can't pay. It's pertaining
To life.
to life. So therefore, somebody say therefore, there was an expectation
Yes.
Come on now.
that he would get paid.
I'm just saying, just saying that.
Raise your hand. All things.
All things.
So he said, I pray that you may prosper in all things.
Yeah.
Even as your soul begin to understand what all things is.
And all these things.
Will be added unto you. Y'all gonna get it in a minute. Y'all gonna be caught. Much substance. Great possession. So we have to have an expectation that all of the prophetic word that was spoken is going to give me, is going to fulfill me, and cover me in all. Y'all need to finish it. What? Things. Acts 7. So he expects us to, when you know some greatness is getting ready to happen,
Yeah. Yeah.
much substance and possession, we're possessing our possession.
Yeah.
That it should be an expectation that cannot be stopped. Said the same thing, but God spoke this way, that his descendants would dwell in a foreign land, and that it will bring them into bondage and oppress them 400 years. And the nations to whom they will be in bondage, I will judge, said the Most High, and after that they shall come out and serve me in this place. Do you see it?
Yes.
We're going to serve him. And so I think that's 3 or 4 scriptures. He has put all things under your feet. And that's Hebrews 2:8. I should have gave you everything pertaining to life and godliness. Is 2 Peter 1:3. Beloved, I pray that you prosper in all things. That's 3 John 1:2. But because we have overcome,
Yes.
Revelation 21:7, we're going to inherit all things. It's fine.
Yes.
Nothing missing,
Nothing missing.
nothing broken,
Nothing broken.
in overflow. And so therefore he wants us to open our mouth and create. He says, for by him all things were created,
Yes.
that are in heaven and in the earth, visible and invisible. Thrones of dominions of principalities upon all things. Somebody say all things.
All things.
Colossians 1:16. 1:16. So we're going to act like our daddy. We're going to have great expectancy. He's up there dancing, and all the angels are dancing because he has done exactly what he said he was going to do.
Amen.
And now he has blessed us in all things.
All things.
And I think all covers all.
Yeah.
Like you said the other day, we have to be like that chick. And guess what? The chick coming out the egg, the mama can't help. He has to do it from the inside out. Because the Most High has put all things in that chick to get off the shell. Raise your hand and say, look,
Look.
all things
All things.
that's pertaining to life,
That's pertaining to life.
that's my portion.
That's my portion.
I I am not. And I won't. Deal with. Crazy things. Because all things work together. Together. For my good.
Yes. Oh.
Last scripture. How about this? Y'all ready? Romans 8:32. And I want you to take this and write with it. He who did not spare his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things?
I love that.
He gave us all things richly to enjoy. He has freely given us all things. Somebody say next level.
Next level.
Say my thinking is different. Say for real though. Look at y'all and say neighbor. I'm getting all these things. That's right. All things, right.
And all things.
And in all these things, we are what? More. Y'all gotta get it.
More.
Expectation. It's beautiful. Understand. He wanted to put something on you to let you know, hey, look, ain't nothing missing. You got it all. Don't drown in shallow water. Stand up. In all things.
In all things.